Welcome to Grow Your Business Now, created by Enterprise Development Group. Get on GSA Schedule Training, Module 1. This module will give you an overview of why you need to get on GSA Schedule and how you can triple your revenue by making the federal government your customer. Making the federal government a customer is one of the most financially lucrative decisions you can make as a business owner, especially if you're willing to focus and take the necessary steps to make it all happen. While large companies are making billions with GSA schedules, small and mid-sized firms are also realizing that securing GSA schedules can accelerate their company revenues from $500,000 annually to $5 million annually by taking the necessary steps to get on schedule. Small businesses have even more of an advantage because they qualify for small business set-asides, which we will discuss further in our acquisition revenue acceleration technique. Set-asides are just what they infer, contracts set aside for small business vendors. Additionally, by law, federal government agencies are required to award 23% of all contracts to small businesses. Getting on schedule gets you into the party with special privileges. No business, especially a small business, should ever depend on one source of income or put all of its eggs in one basket. It's called diversifying your business, ensuring that you have revenue from more than one client or customer, offering more than one product or service. So with that said, let's get started. Let's get you on schedule. In this module, we will discuss how to use this training module, the largest purchaser in the world, what is GSA schedule, doing business with GSA, GSA schedule programs, how much GSA spends, GSA federal and state buyers, GSA state and local programs, success as a GSA vendor, what GSA schedules buy, GSA spend by products and services, GSA organization setup, GSA 2012 prime contract opportunities, GSA 2012 subcontracting opportunities, small business contracting goals, federal agency small business goals, and finally, the summary. How to use this training. Keep in mind you can begin doing business with the federal government right away. In fact, we suggest that you do while you're working on obtaining your GSA schedule. There are 9 modules to complete your GSA application. Once you complete modules 2, 3, and 4, you can do business with the federal government. You can immediately begin to bid on contracts. So why get a GSA schedule? The GSA schedule gives you an in to do business with all federal agencies on the spot at any time. You can also do business on a local level in your state with a GSA schedule. Having a GSA schedule means you have a pre-approved contract with the federal government. Pricing and details are already set. You are already in the club once you're approved. Most importantly, remember, as a small business, you will have advantages as a GSA vendor. Last year, GSA small business vendors were awarded $13 billion. Here are 6 steps to help you successfully complete your GSA application. Step 1, set aside time every day to work on your GSA application. This can take you 30 days or 300 days. It's strictly up to you. Number 2, most importantly, remember, completing the first 3 steps will allow you to bid on contracts right away. Number 3, set a goal for yourself to ensure that you remain disciplined and focused. Track your progress. Number 4, prepare your documents before you begin. Otherwise, you will get frustrated and waste time. Number 5, read and follow the instructions step by step. Complete one step at a time. Number 6, links throughout the module are live. Just click on the links to complete each step. The federal government is the largest purchaser in the world. Once you learn to do business with the federal government as well as local government, you will accelerate your revenue growth tremendously. In 2011, the federal government spent $536 billion on products and services with large and small businesses. In 2012, already the federal government has spent more than $126 billion on products and services with small businesses. What is a GSA schedule? A GSA schedule is a contracting acquisition vehicle used by the federal government and local government agencies to purchase goods and services from both small and large businesses. Having a GSA schedule is like being pre-approved to do business with the federal government. You can also use the same GSA schedule on a local and state level. GSA schedules are fast, easy, and effective contracting vehicles for both government customers and vendors. GSA establishes long-term government-wide contracts with commercial companies to provide access to millions of commercial products and services at a volume discount pricing. Businesses should be prepared to give the federal government their best pricing. Doing business with GSA. Over 19,000 contractors have invested in a GSA scheduled contract. Approximately 40% of all GSA scheduled contractors win government business. About 5% of the GSA scheduled contractors win 80% of the business. The median time to get on GSA schedule is between 8 and 9 months. It is therefore to your advantage to remain focused and complete your GSA schedules application as quickly as possible. GSA schedule programs. There are many methods available to businesses who want to sell to the federal government. 1, indefinite delivery, indefinite quantity, IDIQ. 2, blanket purchase agreements, also known as BPAs. 3, GWACs. And 4, GSA schedules. Click on any link to learn more about these methods to sell to the federal government. GSA spends. GSA spends about $50 billion each year on goods and services with small and large businesses. 10% of all federal contracting dollars go through GSA. GSA spent. GSA spent $13 billion with small businesses in 2011 on goods and services. This year, in 2012, already for the first quarter, GSA has spent $9.4 billion. Government buyers using GSA schedules. Government buyers using GSA schedules are state and local and federal. Number 1, you have emergency programs. 2, school districts. 3, all federal contracting agencies. 4, police and firefighter programs at a state level. 5, hospitals at a state level. And 6, technology programs. State and local GSA purchasing programs. On a state and local level, you have programs which will allow you to use your GSA schedule to work with your government agencies. 1, the 1122 program. 2, Disaster Recovery Purchasing Program. 3, National Wildlife Fire Program. 4, Computers for Learning Program. 5, Narrowband Technology Program. 6, Any Public Health Emergency. 7, Cooperative Purchasing Program. And 8, Federal Surplus Personal Property Donation Program. GSA vendor success. To be a successful vendor under the GSA Schedules program, vendors should be prepared to take the necessary steps to be productive in a highly competitive marketplace. Having a GSA schedule contract is a significant investment on the part of both the vendor and GSA. Careful analysis, planning, and proactive steps are required to ensure vendors are successful under the GSA Schedules program. Your role as a vendor will be very important in the GSA schedule approval process. GSA vendor requirements. To participate in the GSA Schedules program, you must be in business for a minimum of 2 years. You must have earned a minimum of $25,000 in annual revenue. You must be a company that provides commercial products and services only. You must earn, after approval in the GSA program, $25,000 minimum after a period of 24 months in the program. What GSA buys? GSA serves as the acquisition and procurement arm of the federal government, offering total purchasing solutions to federal agencies so that the agencies can focus on servicing the public. GSA buys professional and technical solutions, shared services, which includes accounting, payroll, and much, much more. GSA also buys facilities, supplies, equipment, and tools, transportation, relocation, and vehicle services. GSA also buys security services, fire and law enforcement, energy and environmental solutions, and office furniture. GSA also has property for disposal or for sale. GSA invests in travel, technology, and telecommunications. For more information on any of these products or services, just click on the blue link to review. So how much does GSA spend by industry? This chart identifies how much GSA spends in each industry by GSA schedule. To learn what GSA is spending on your product or your service, click on the link next to the red arrow. GSA structure. GSA is comprised of two main areas, Federal Acquisition Services, known as FAS, and Public Building Services, known as PBS. To learn more about each of those areas, just click on the blue link inside the blue box. Federal Acquisition Services offers solutions in the areas of products and services, technology, motor vehicles management, transportation, travel, procurement, and online acquisition tools. To learn more about what Federal Acquisition Services is responsible for, click on the link at the top next to the red arrow. Public Building Services, also known as PBS. PBS is the Industry Relations Division. This division supports relationships in the areas of architectural engineering, building operations, leasing, design and construction, green energy, and much, much more. To learn more about PBS, click on the link above next to the red arrow at the top of the page. FAS forecast opportunities. Here is an example of contracting opportunities through the FAS division, forecast spreadsheet for 2012. As you will see, the opportunities are identified by specifications such as NAICS code, contract amount, acquisition strategy, place of performance, and most importantly, buyer contact information, as well as other items that are important to the contract. By law, GSA is required to post up-and-coming opportunities to keep the business community aware of all contracting opportunities, current and in the future. Click on any one of the links above to review and download contracting opportunities for any GSA area. GSA Small